So do you still want to build on the friendship or not?
The friends is cool, but then I won't go for that.
That's fine.
Yes.
I think we had that conversation yesterday as well.
Yeah, we'll come be talking like how I'm cordial with every other person. No problem. It's not like we're enemies or anything.
Because I think you're a nice person. But I just...
That's great.
Like, James going to use himself compare with Barry. Say, look at him, he has left any triangle he has moved. And I wanted to turn and say, bro, don't do that. Because I was the one who sat you down and told you that you didn't know you liked blue sins. So you're going to lie to me. Being friends with me is going to be tough. I said, why? You have already masturbated to me. What do you mean? He told me now.
You know there's someone's picture.
He told me I'm the one. I am the one.
Do you ever record your sex tape?
Yes. I'm not even joking. It's something I can do.
It's you that killed me, bro.
Huh?
Don't kill me.
It's something I'm not even joking.
I did that once with my ex.
I've done it before.
I did it once with my ex.
Bro, when I tell you, the black sheep, this that play.
Kievo and Temi have officially broken up after she revealed that she and Tram had a kiss, or they both kissed. Now, I didn't see the kiss, and I went online to check if it was shown, and it wasn't there. So after she told Kievo, he basically kind of like, but then a lot of people are like, but they already broke up, they were already friends. It wasn't like she did anything outside of the relationship. And they are referring to the conversation that Kievo and, Temi had, where Temi was telling him that he should give her space, that she needs space and all of that. And after that conversation too, she had another conversation with Sheba, of course, just the whole crew, telling them about the kiss, how that she didn't even enjoy the kiss. He just came and smacked her lips with braces and all of that. And I was like, wow. So you have Kievo, who takes care of you, who puts you first and all of that. And then out of the blue, you just go and kiss Tram. I think she did it because Kievo did not, understand the message that she was trying to send to him, and just carried on like nothing happened. And then there was the very odd, well, maybe not odd conversation where Araga and Yusuf said they'd made sex tapes before. Yeah, it was kind of like weird. And I mean, I'm glad that they are men because they won't be called out for it. It probably wouldn't even trend. If it was a girl, yeah, that person would be trending tomorrow. And then there was also the whole thing between Sheba and Goddessa, where Goddessa said that Barry used to touch himself to her pictures. It was a lot of conversations, things happening on the side. Flora, Bells, and Oyi dragging Goddessa, yeah. And then Gerard confessing his love for Kamsi, or rather, if I put it exactly how I put it, the two things that, drags him or made him attracted to her, or that is making him be with her in the house, because according to him, there is nobody there that is his spec. So basically, whatever it is that's going on between him and Kamsi is just like, no use and take hold body, you get. And then he said it's because she is innocent, but he knows that she's a freak. And yeah, that was the first thing he said. That was the first reason he said he's with her. And the second reason he said is because they can have conversations. Yeah. One man's food is another man's poison. But in order for us to cover all of those different conversations, let's just start with Kievo and Temi. Kievo and Temi's relationship was never meant to be honest. I never saw it as anything serious. Probably why I never really cared about their moments as well. It was just giving Temi needed someone to take care of her as her person, someone that will cook, and she will be their first priority, in terms of giving out the food. Someone that she can call her own. I don't think Kievo was the ideal person that she wanted. Obviously, she wanted Barry, but Barry didn't give her time of day, and obviously Barry is rather into Neche, and now he's chasing Goddessa. So I guess Temi just realized that there was no point in, the charade with Kievo. She never really liked him. A part of me wished that Kievo would just tell, there shouldn't even be a friendship after this, because to be honest, if he looks just a little bit deeper, he would see how that he was probably just used because he's a good guy. When they say good guys finish last, typical example, Temi just used him for the moment, tried to use him to get Barry's attention, didn't get it. And then she was like, yeah, I'm done with this. I gotta move on. And it is showing in the type of person that she decided to go kiss and then tell on the kiss, because I don't think that Kievo saw it. She's just like doing media rounds so that the kiss can be a thing for her. I don't know. I am happy. I hope that Kievo can just stay off. He's a really good, chill person. And I don't think he needs the drama. That's just my personal opinion. Moving on to the gossip between Bells, Flora, and Oyi. They talked about Goddessa, how that Goddessa and Araga have a gentle people's agreement that during parties she's allowed to, dance as much as she wants with any guy, but inside the house she has to, exercise boundaries. When they said that, I was now like, okay, so there are expectations. So why was it that Araga had to be the one to set those boundaries with Yusuf? The boundaries are not working. The boundaries are not working. And almost everybody in that house can see that the boundaries are not working. Because when your girl is actively pursuing other guys in the house, and it's not just about dancing with them at the parties, there's also a certain way that your girl can dance with guys. Have you seen the way that Goddessa dances with guys at the parties? She does it like, there's an urgency. She does it with a lot of urgency, as though if she no dance with the guys like that, something in her will reduce. Like there's an urgency with which Goddessa dances and rocks guys at the parties. So a part of me is like, okay, yeah, the onus is on Goddessa to exercise those boundaries within the house, because when you have this, you can work on this, right? But then another part of me is like, maybe this is also just Araga's game. There is no way you tell me that Araga is not saying all of these things. He's also just playing his game. Because I remember Barry was saying when himself and Goddessa were outside chatting, Araga came to mark his territory. He brought the food first. I remember he gave her the food. When he was about leaving, Shiba came and hugged him and was like, you could just tell that he was uncomfortable because they've been talking for such a long time. What could you people be talking about, right? And you can also read the room easy. Plus, Araga antenna is very sharp because he knows that he has the girl that a lot of guys in the house are attracted to. I mean, how did he check Yusuf so fast? And you want to tell me that he's not seeing what is going on between Goddessa and Barry? He knows. He knows, and he's just playing along. So he will do certain things that suggest he's, marking his territory, but he will also still allow certain allowances so that she can keep doing whatever it is that she's doing, so that he knows that people will be talking about this type of dynamics outside the show. And I think he's playing the loyal boyfriend by flipping the script. Other times, it is usually the man going outside and the girl doing. So it's usually the man going outside and the girl doing loyal girlfriend, right? Now the script is flipped. It is the girl going outside and the guy doing loyal girlfriend. It's a good test. It's a good theory to test, in my opinion. I just hope that it works out well for him, because people don't already call her Uma Rapper. I remember the night, it was the night after they did that Guinness task and his team won. Was it? I think so, yeah. And they had that fight and he stormed out on her. The whole streets on social media was buzzing. People were rooting for him. Yes, Araga, finally, you are a man. 10 seconds later, he went back. That's how his tease went down back. So people are rooting for him, but they are rooting for a part of him that can, quit himself like a man in that regard. In as much as you can love a person, when this person is actively, moving to disrespect you in so many different ways, people also expect you to just stand up for yourself. It's not that I don't think Araga is the type of person that does not want to stand up for himself or does not know how to stand up for himself or does not know how to end things in a relationship that is not serving him. Araga knows exactly what is happening and what he is doing, and he is right where he wants to be. So in as much as I would drag Goddessa for the type of game that she's playing, but more especially because she's extremely malicious, I also want to see things from Araga's perspective. If they just have this, boring ass relationship that nobody's talking about, it doesn't help his game. It doesn't give him a good storyline to work with. So since he's with a girl that is already creating the storyline, he just has to follow suit. He really doesn't need to do too much. And I think that for someone like Araga, right, it is a win-win for him. It is an absolute win-win. He only needs to do just enough to keep him on the scene, to keep him in the loop, right? And she does the rest of the work, and whichever guy that she chooses to do stuff with. And finally, the conversation between Goddessa and Sheba, where she was talking about how Barry told her that he did jerk off to her picture. And I'm like, yo, from where to where? I didn't hear that part of the conversation. And I am inclined to want to not believe it. But apparently, we have Barry saying stuff like that already. And the reason why I'm inclined not to believe her is because Goddessa lies a lot. Okay? When they were having a conversation, Barry told her that they cannot move beyond friendship. When Sheba came and they were having their own conversation, she twisted it and said she was the one that told Barry that they should work towards friendship. When, as a matter of fact, when Barry told her that they were friends, he called her his friend. She was like, I'm not your friend. Yeah. So I'm like, she can easily flip things. What if she was not the person that he was? But it's also possible because they've all said, oh, they find her, attractive in that sense. So I'm just at the middle. Truth or not, I really, to be honest, don't care. I really don't care. After all, Chimsom has said, I've had the scene where Chimsom literally was giving, like very graphic of how he wants to be inside Neche's body and how, like, I'm not surprised if a guy decides to use, and then she proceeded to, explaining the scenario. Again, that was weird. More on some of the more weird things, Yusuf and Araga said they've made SCX tapes, and Yusuf even went ahead to paint a picture of how him and the girl with whom he did that played back their tape on TV to watch it. And then Araga was like, the person he did it with, they watched it on her phone because it was her phone they used, and they deleted it after watching it twice. And then Yusuf was like, he could never trust a girl to the point of using her phone to do stuff like that. Whew. It was a very long night, I'm not going to lie. This is like 3:15 that I'm making this video. If you can see from my eyes, I'm really sleepy. But I just wanted to make sure that I touched on a lot of the different aspects of the conversations that happened, because a lot happened, you guys. The no gree sleep. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. As always, please like the video, subscribe, and be back for more.